Note, this has not been directly addressed, nor has it been entertained by any United States government entity in a public forum. What has gone from the drawing board to the reality is this: the use of neural interfacing and physiological interfacing through the idea of remote-controlled small-scale systems to create a nanoswarm of biopenetrable materials that you cannot see, that can penetrate all but the most robust biochemical filters.
What a fucking psychopath
that are able to integrate themselves through a variety of membranes, mucous membranes, and wherever, mouth, nose, ears, eyes, and they can be done in such a level that their presence is almost impossible to detect, and as such, the attribution becomes exceedingly difficult to demonstrate. The idea here is to put minimal-sized electrodes in a network within a brain through only minimal intervention to be able to read and write into the brain function in real time, remotely. Take a look.
Let's hear it again.
The idea of remote-controlled small-scale systems to create a nanoswarm of biopenetrable materials that you cannot see, that can penetrate all but the most robust biochemical filters, that are able to integrate themselves through a variety of membranes, mucous membranes, and wherever, mouth, nose, ears, eyes, and they can be done in such a level that their presence is almost impossible to detect, and as such, the attribution becomes exceedingly difficult to demonstrate. The idea here is to put minimal-sized electrodes in a network within a brain through only minimal intervention to be able to read and write into the brain function in real time, remotely. Take a look. This is the front of my pen. This amount of
Dexter.
nanomaterial.
He then goes on to describe how little amount of nano could, harm everyone in the room. It's almost like he's having orgasmic pleasures when he's doing this thing, like kind of like Bill Gates with the vaccine. Vaccine. It's like he was programmed to have an orgasm when he says vaccine, or have orgasmic sensations. I thought for a minute a while ago that this is what they did to associate different words with sensations, but now I'm sure they do it. There's no doubt about it. This guy gets off on this. And out of the other side of his mouth, you'll hear, if people call my office 5 times a week and say that they're being hit by these kind of things, and, they're just crazy. After he just gets done demonstrating and attesting to the fact that this is operational and they can do it remotely, nanoswarms remotely, real time. I mean, I feel like I'm living in a more bizarro world each day. Does anyone at any time feel like there's an unnatural buzzing in their ear, like it's like an air, say a vortex, air ring vortex in their ear? It's just unnatural. Like there's no trace of any insect or anything, but you attribute it to an insect or something. How about narcolepsy? Do you feel like you're getting hit with a narcolepsy weapon? Sleepy? Do you feel sleepy? Are you actively targeted? Please hit me up if you are. paydamonsanto@gmail.com. Please hit me up if you're actively being remote neural monitor targeted in any way, if you believe this sincerely. Please. Do you often feel like you are made to have narcolepsy? They won't stop. I had to figure this out, and I'm going to figure out more. God damn it. This is not a joke. Like, these people are doing everything remotely. And all the official narratives say that's poppycock. No. And I can prove it, all this shit. They give themselves up. And the AI says that's a conspiracy theory, yet referring to remote neural monitoring. When you Google remote neural monitoring, you find people looking for jobs. There's positions to be filled. Remote neuro monitoring. Now, it's different from remote neural monitoring. It's like 2 different worlds where it's like, but they're both connected, and it's obviously the same thing within the same discipline, except one is to be an operator, probably compartmentalized, not even knowing what you're doing, and the other one is to be operated on remotely. And James Giordano already said this. We can do all this shit remotely, okay? So fuck the AI and all that shit. Now, if you experience these kind of symptoms and you feel like you have been hit with narcoleptic frequencies or something, or whatever they're doing, this could be for pertaining to you. $20 about. A possible post-operative analgesic effect. Okay. Mm-hmm. excuse my language, these motherfuckers won't leave my ear alone. They just won't leave it alone. And I keep blowing their shit out of my nose with, effortlessly. They're up in the base of my brain. And now it seems that they're bent on the ear, on the right ear. They won't leave it alone. While they're really probably after the left. And that's what they do. We're out of here, payday, as they're attacking. I'm going home. I'll never gang stalk you again, as they're attacking. They start to attack. It's like it's a slap in the face. It's to demoralize you. It don't work for me, though. What it does is just make me put more anger in my mason jar, and I don't hold on to the anger. I just store it and let it metabolize. Now, this is just a neuromodulation technique, and I'm sure that from this, they can definitely do multiple things, if not several. And what do you know? That seems to be the case. As I said, multiple. So there's multiple. I'm arguing now, after perusing the results for the search I did, which is simply neuromodulation and anti-helix, which is just a part of the outer ear. Okay, here's another use. Notice it says control of inflammation using non-invasive, undetectable at this point, neuromodulation, past, present, and promise, and it's vagus nerve stimulation. See, control of inflammation. Transcutaneous auricular vagus nerve stimulation. Okay, specifically the anti-helix. Okay, because the outer ear is the only way they can get to the vagus nerve that's on the body. And you can read the rest if you want. I'll try to leave the link in the description. It don't matter. If you want to find this, you can find it. Another tickle in my left ear. Funny. They can cause anxiety, imbalance, vertigo, spatial disassociation, many things. And the ear is probably one of the main routes. But they also stimulate the sacral plexus on the waistline in the back. Bottom left for me. You see, whatever it is, I keep on pulling it out of the places that they're putting it in because I become hypersensitive to all the things they're doing to me. And that includes the neural network overlay that they have in a fiber optic form that it's like a sewing machine pattern on the crown, right on the soft spot of my head. That's where they start. But it's all around everyone's head. They have an overlay of your neural networks. Okay, and the blue light is just to make it sink in faster and meld with, to grow over your original ones. They're making fake biomimetic, neuromimetic shit grow over the original on everyone. So if you're not feeling it, it's probably because, you haven't disturbed it or dislodged it. I just keep pulling mine out with a fine tooth comb, and they put it back in. And that goes for that includes the biomimetic fiber flying up the nose in every orifice, let's put it that way. And they have a vortex ring system that's MIT's AirTap that mimics a fucking sphincter. It's an air vortex ring, okay? These are remote sphincter mimickers you're dealing with. We're going to go over this one next. This is going to be a very, very studious venture. Biodegradable nanofiber bone tissue scaffold, okay? As remotely controlled and self-powering electrical stimulator, okay? Smoking gun shit right there, and this is public access. It's almost like there's whistleblowers kind of on the, on the QT going, look, for what it's worth. 2020 we were doing this. We started doing this. See that? 2020 October. No, for what it's worth, we put it out there, kind of like the SAMS report, the School of Advanced Military Studies, September 10th. I don't care what you Google now. It says that came out at a different date. It came out September 10th. They released it, 2001. September 10th, 2001. They released that Israel is a ruthless, cunning wild card, able to pull off an event, make it look like a Palestinian. In all honesty, I don't know what they published it on, but this is what I read. That's what I'm saying. Kind of maybe like that. It's kind of like they're doing what they can. Some people inside, they're saying, look, you understand this? Biodegradable nanofiber bone tissue scaffold as remotely controlled and self-powering electrical stimulation. There's lots of key words in there, and we're going to cover it. I'm going to cover it. I'm going to be on my best when I cover this. It's only going to get better. James O'Keefe, look out, baby. Woo! All right. Back to this piece. Now, let's finish this up. I'm getting really confused here. This isn't easy right now. And every single person has this shit going on right here, remotely. That's how Chair Daniel's going to say remotely, if he can talk, if I ever see him. He's going to have to say remotely. because he's bragging about what they can do remotely to people, to his West Point class. Now, if that's just that on its face is a guilty, it's a guilty demeanor and it's a confession. He's bragging about all this shit that I happen to be experiencing, bragging about all this shit that he can do remotely. Again, you got to be out your Oxycontin picking mind.
This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now.
Defense Advance Research Project Agency. What's going on? It's almost like they're crying out for help. Voices from DARPA, that's their YouTube channel, ironically enough. It's like they want to get caught. It's like the guy in the barn telling someone how they dismembered some hitchhiker. They just gotta spill their guts. Or maybe they're just rubbing it in our faces, cause they know, well, most of us are zombie bound, if not already resurrected. Pay close attention, this isn't my opinion. The air that you're breathing is very high in fiber, changing the genetic makeup of your saliva. The Justice Department have teamed up with Pfizer, and they're growing the patented fabric inside you. Try to broaden your horizons and widen your specter, cause nothing I'm about to reveal to you is conjecture. I'm witnessing the world's greatest true crime, and all will be substantiated in due time. See, I'm what they call a targeted individual, and the people they hire to do this to me are pitiful. But that's here nor there, it's academic. I say that to punctuate a practice that is systemic. I know you're tempted to write me off, cause it's hard to get. That would be to your own detriment, cause you're also targeted. Haven't apprised you of their presence, and to the extent they do, they consider you enemy peasants.
It seems as if they don't even care. Because you're all fucking zombies, most of you, enough of you. It's that bad. And it's just their way of putting it in your face. What are you going to do about it? Prove it.